Oh yeah. Get it done. Love that music. Let it build. What is going on, everybody? This is Jong, and I'm back. This time I'm playing a little bit of Oblivion, Elder Scrolls 4. Actually, technically it would be the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. My apologies to the hardcore beasts out there in the PC world. You guys are awesome. You're all looking really, really beautiful today. The sun is shining. Seeing all these smiling faces through YouTube. It just is a beautiful day for some Elder Scrolls 4 commentary of Oblivion. I am excited to bring it to you, and we're going to do it. So, first of all, I'm going to load up, and I'm going to start talking once we get there. So, just to let you guys know. Alright, so here's the deal. I created a character. His name is Brandywine Swungshire. And we're going to load this up. So basically, this is my strategy. I have played Oblivion many, many times in the past. I think I've played about 6 characters total. And, man, loved every single one of them to death like they're children of my own. Oh, hey, buddy. What's going on with you? You just want to chill? Okay, sorry, everyone. Just got to deal with this flanker quickly. Alright, thank you, buddy. Thank you for that. Thank you. Appreciate it. Alright, so I've played Elder Scrolls before, so I'm not new to the game. But I want my main intention of bringing this to you guys is to kind of show what I love about this game and just kind of enjoy it with you. It's going to be kind of a co-enjoyment experience, if you will. And so, yeah, I'm just going to have fun. I'm going to do what I think is fun in this game. I'm going to just really enjoy myself in the beautiful world of Cyrodiil and the Imperial City. And, oh man, there's just so much goodness to this game. But should let you guys know where we're at. So right now we're in this sewer, right? So this game does have a main quest, and when you start off, you're in this, like, cell, and some dark elf starts talking smack. Then all of a sudden things get a little dicey, and the king, the emperor, comes to you and is like, hey man, I'm in deep doo-doo, help me out. And so for whatever reason he pulls you alongside, and there's kind of this weird like fate thing, like he's foreseen you in some dream, and it's just really crazy and interesting. But anyways, eventually he gets assassinated, and before he does, he gives you, let's take a look at it. The Amulet of Kings. Oh, it slips off as you try to fasten it around your neck. The Amulet of Kings is worn by the king. And, man, this thing is just, it's super legit. It has these crazy powers, and he basically says that you really need to get it to this guy Joffrey, otherwise the whole world's gonna end. So, then you go through the sewer, and then you get here. And this is where I consider the game to start. Everything before this is just kind of like intro, whatever. But this is where I consider the game to start. And the game does have a cool main quest. I really enjoy it. I've got nothing against it, but I wouldn't say that's like why I love the game. There's just so much more to it. So I'm probably going to focus on that. Who knows, maybe I will do the main quest. I'm not 100% sure. I just want to have some fun. So, we're going to get into it, and the nice thing about when you get here is you can change everything that you've done up to this point. So I just made a wood elf with some nice spiky hair named Brandywine Swungshire. He's definitely swinging at the knees. But I actually am thinking about maybe changing and going to a dark elf. Ooh. Alright, my first playthrough was with an Argonian, and I had so much fun with that guy. He was a thief. He was a beast. Man, he was cool. But I've never been a dark elf. They're kind of... in my opinion, a dark elf is a really good all-around, like, well... they're good for just about anything type of class. Man, that mohawk is really, really good. Alright, I have to do it. I have to do the mohawk, but we need to change the color. Let's see here. Mahogany, a rich mahogany. Ooh, copper. That just looks crazy. You know, I think I'm going to go with, like, red to match my eyes. let's just do this. Oh, yeah. He's a flamer. Look at that guy. What a beast. Oh, match it. Oh, yeah. Love it. Match those eyes. That is perfect. Okay, let's just change this a bit. We're good. We are good. Yes, I want to be a dark elf. Thank you very much. Okay, so this is where things get really interesting. Now, Oblivion has a very, very complex leveling system. I mean, there's just a lot to it, and there's so many different ways you can go, and I mean, the leveling itself in this game is one of the more fascinating things about it. I mean, it's huge. And then there are people who would say that it's a little bit broken. It does take a long time. Like, certain things just take forever to level up. But you know, I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be as serious of a Let's Play as maybe others have been. So I think I'm just going to stick with Thief. Now, I have done all the main. My first playthrough was with an Argonian who was a thief. My second was with a orc who was a tank. And then my third was with more of a mage, but I didn't really spend a lot of time with the mage just because, I'll be honest, like the whole magic element of this game isn't really for me. It's cool, it's awesome, but it's just not my style. I much prefer to be a little much more of a sneaker. So that said, that's what I'm going to focus on with this person, with Brandywine Swungshire. We're going to go stealth, and I've always been partial to blade combat. Although when I was an orc and I was swinging the huge warhammer, that was super fun. But I think we need to go strength and agility. I'm going to mostly focus on blade and sneaking and maybe some destruction magic. Gotta do acrobats. Okay, so a couple things about major skills. From my understanding, you start higher. Start at 25 is instead of I might even be 0 or like 10 if it's not a major skill, and it also allows you to rank them up faster. So basically, my strategy is just to pick the ones that I like the most. There are people who, like, if you want to get a perfect character, there are certain skills that you need to have as majors, whether or not you're gonna use them a lot or not. But if you want to have like the perfect 100 character, you need to choose your skills in a certain way, just because, like I said, the leveling is a little bit clunky in certain ways. But that's not my choice. I'm not going for a perfect character. I'm just going to go for fun. So acrobatics is nice. One thing I really like about this is, like, sometimes you just deep within, like, your gut, a little bit on the right side, like kind of below your heart but above the kidney, you get this longing to go traveling in the mountains. The mountains are just one of the coolest parts of this game. You can just like go running around in a mountain, and if you don't have very good acrobatics, you're gonna die, because they're like long drops and stuff. So you need to have that. And it's also really cool when your acrobatics gets high, because you can jump up in the air like a beast, like 15 feet up in the air. It's awesome. So not really too much into that. Armor I really like as a major skill, because once you get armor to, it might be 50 or 75, you are allowed to repair your magical or enchanted weapons and armor, which is huge, because enchantments in this game are really important. And it's a pain to bring that to somebody every time, and it just is a pain, so it's nice to do it yourself. Athletics, once you run and swim faster, it's awesome, really important. Blade, I most prefer fighting with the blade. You can do hand-to-hand. There are a bunch of different blades. There's like a dagger, there's a short sword, there's a long sword, there's a two-handed long sword where you have both hands, you can't use a shield. There's war hammers, war axes. You can also do bow and arrow, and you can also use magic. But I most prefer to use the longsword, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, block, maybe we'll come back to that. Blunt, I'm not going to do it. Conjuration. Conjuration is cool, but I don't know if I have the patience for... Destruction is cool. It's really Destruction's probably the easiest magic. It's just you just aim and shoot. It's really easy. Hand to hand is really funny. It's probably the most worthless way to fight, but I've seen people who like do really intense hand to hand fighters, and they're really funny to watch. So okay, so heavy armor and light armor. It's kind of I'm trying to remember what the strategy is there. Well, heavy armor is going to encumber you more, but it's also going to have higher abilities to protect you. You know, we're going to go with heavy armor. It's kind of an arbitrary choice, I'm going to be honest. Okay, so sneak has got to be huge. I'm not going to do security, and just for the simple fact that when I played through this before, I was able to find this Daedric shrine where you get an unbreakable lockpick. So that's maybe you could consider to cheat, but meh. Marksman is cool, but it kind of slows the game down when you're like fighting people with a bow. It just takes longer because you just have to repeatedly shoot them. It just kills them slower until you get a really powerful bow. I would just prefer to go up and put a knife into their face. I think mercantile is worthless. I guess you can get better deals, but eh. Restoration is pretty cool. I use that restore spell a lot. Speechcraft is absolutely worthless. This class needs to be called Bamf. Yes. Alright, I think I'm ready to go, guys. I'm excited. I'm feeling really pumped. Let's do this. Let's adventure out. And one thing to know, after this point, you are no longer able to adjust your character at all. So, you know, definitely want to keep that in mind. But yeah, this is the beautiful world. Thank you. Thank you, tutorial. I completed you. Oh, it just makes me happy just to look out and see all the mountains and the trees and some Nernroot or green satin cat. Ooh, hey, crab. Oh, JK lols. I'm having some trouble with my hotkeys right now, guys. Okay, time out. I use hotkeys a lot, and I gotta get that figured out. Okay. Now, I'll get into this later. I just want to kill this guy. What's up, Mr. Crab? Feeling spicy today? Alright, guys, so here we go. Oh, look at that hair. That hair was a great choice. He is just flaming. Let's get right in there. Oh, he is looking really just beast mode. Alright, so this is Cyrodiil. Now, one thing that absolutely blew my mind when I first played, and still does to this day, is the fact that you can literally go wherever you want. And I think that is just the coolest thing. Oh, it just makes me poop in my pants. A little bit, I think I just did. A little Hershey squirt there. Golly, it just is the coolest thing. And you mean, like, I've got, you know, quests. Like, I have that main quest where I have to go find that guy Joffrey. But like, I don't have to do that. I literally could play this game for days and never once touch that, and I would not run out of things to do. I don't want to go to jail. Which is so cool to me. Oh, it never ceases to amaze. Oh! Uh-oh, I'm dead. No, I'm not. I don't know how I survived that. I really should have died. Okay, well, I gotta figure out what I want to do. Let's go into the city. Imperial City is pretty sweet, I'm gonna be honest. It's cool. It's very cool.